should have been our first domestic of spring planting 2023.
Okay, whoa.
I guess they're coming out to welcome you. Whoa, okay, that's good. And then there were 8. Thanks for all your help. Good morning. Mark just got back from helping out a neighbor with his GPS. Hey, show the people what he gave you in payment.
2 tomahawk steaks.
2 tomahawk steaks. Like that is how we pay each other around here. Usually with us it's like, what do you want for that? We're like, a case of beer or steak. The Brock barter system. I don't know what he wants to do yet. I just checked in with Carissa to make sure everything was okay. Oh, Jess must be back. She took little Piper for her shots, her booster shots. So we'll see how she's doing.
This whole pipe's tossed.
Oh, she threw up? Did you throw up? You get so bad car sick. How are you gonna go in a tractor? Huh? Oh, hi. We are picking some stones. We tiled a field here 2 falls ago. And last year, if you remember, we did soybeans in this field and Mark hit a bad boulder, like he hit a big stone. So he wants to be a little more on top of things this year, and we're just gonna take the heavy off. I think the knoll, where the stones are really bad. Late morning, we went down the road and hooked up our ancient stone picker, so. Anyway, I got the nice tractor. He's got the old girl with like no AC. Be a happy guy. Come on. Hey, can you have a good sleep? I'm taking a small little break. My hips really get sore when I'm driving any piece of equipment. So yeah, that's fun. And I need Piper to have a little exercise because she's been in the crate since noon or just after lunch, because Jess actually went and hung out with her friend this afternoon. So she's trying to get everything sort of fun completed because her summer is probably not going to be as fun. After our news yesterday, I have to be honest, last night was the first night I've slept like all the way through and didn't wake up. And Mark and I talked this morning and I told him that and he goes, same here. So I think this whole thing and just always worrying about the next step has really just been quite draining. So anyway, today we both have a sort of a headache. So I don't know if it's like a happiness hangover. Is that a thing? I'm okay with it. Best headache I ever had. Piper, you're so cute. Why are you eating my sedum? Good morning. We're treating for lice this morning. This should have been done probably Sunday. Today's Thursday. But as long as we're at least 2 weeks after our initial dose, we're good. Oh, we gotta love the pump. We just not got some air in it yet. Yeah, I think we're almost through it. Just have to be patient.
We're going on walks at night.
Are ya?
If I get bored, I go down the other side.
Get some good food.
Yeah, I know.
I'm testing out a couple right now, so I'll let you know. I have a pair of Hokas.
I know somebody who has those.
And I got a pair of Asics, and I love them both almost equally. But I haven't really taken the Hokas for a good walk yet. I just took them like super. I just bought them because they're cute.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna start working out maybe next week.
What's that? Oh! We got pus. I'm gonna get some paper towel and just drain this. Alright. She must not hate it because she's letting me work on her. I'm gonna squirt you out with some water. Yeah, they're fine now. Cottage cheese for breakfast. Yogurt. Ew, I had yogurt. Ew, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, they like us today. They walk. Oh! Hi. Enough help from you, I wonder. This morning marked what could have been our first domestic of spring planting 2023. However, we seem to have worked it out. Last night, I wasn't loving how my joker was working on this ground over here. Like, I just knew there was something wrong with it, but I don't do these jobs all the time, so I'm nervous to ask questions because when he is stressed this time of year, like he's fixing the planter, he's learning the new planter, and every time I went to radio him, he was out working on it, so like I just kept missing him. And then I was almost done. I'm like, well, it's too late now. I've done too much. I probably should have stopped and told him, and my gut was saying just stop and call him and make sure this is right. And I was like, I just didn't want to be an annoyance. So I said, well, I hadn't touched anything. So I'm like, this is probably normal. I don't want to disrupt him or annoy him. So I didn't tell him, but my gut was telling me to tell him, and I should have told him. So he rolled basically from, you sort of see where the dirt changes, to the dark. So I'm just taking over. It won't take long to do this. He was trying to set up the GPS for me, and it was a bit cumbersome. So we'll get that going, and then I think I have to re-joker the field that we were in the other night, so it went dry and clumpy on us. So he likes things very nice for a seed bed, and it just came up not as nice. That's your update. We're still married. Well, I got the full tutorial from Mark this morning. He took some time and just showed me all the things that I have to look for with the Joker here. Not that you can see it because it's so dusty. And it is lunchtime, so I'm gonna sneak into my lunch pail here. This field didn't work up so good. We had cover crop on this field last fall, and it was supposed to get tiled. The guys never showed up, so he's just not happy with this farm at all. So this is gonna be my second time over this, and then I'm gonna have to go back, grab the roller and seal it, and then break down the clumps with that and seal in the moisture, because the more you work it, the drier it's gonna dry out way too fast, and then those clumps are gonna be hard and they won't break. A little bit of jostling because the plans in the fall didn't work out the way they were supposed to. So we do try, but sometimes it's out of our control. I'm hungry. We took a little break. I had to help Mark fill the planter up again, and I'm actually on fumes right now, the old vent. So yeah, a nice little stretch. I think I only have about an hour left of this job, and then we'll switch into the roller. Okay, one job done. Now it's time to roll. Rock and roll. Very punny. Not really. Now, I have to get my data going for my GPS. Where does he usually put this? So this little black box here, we usually have one for every tractor, but we are missing one for some reason. It's like basically mobile Wi-Fi, if you will, like a hotspot. So we need this to run the egg leader stuff, which is our GPS, which helps me drive straight and not overlap. Overlapping is very expensive. We're gonna let this baby warm up and figure out where she's at and head to the field. Okay, the radio just did a fun little game. I'm gonna play it with you guys. Okay, so if you could pick food, you have to choose between two. So broccoli or cauliflower, what are you? Broccoli or cauliflower? I would say broccoli. Ice cream or popsicle? Ice cream. Tacos or hot dogs? Now the obvious answer is tacos, but let me tell you, when I'm craving a hot dog, I want a hot dog. So I'm like, that one I'm gonna say it depends. Burgers or sandwiches? Burgers, 100%. Pizza or French fries? Again, I'm gonna say it depends. It really depends. Likely we eat more pizza than French fries. But man, a good McDonald's French fry. Well, now I'm hungry. Wow, good morning. I have already been to the field and back. Got a rock jammed in between two back discs, and I was dragging all the residue and all the dirt. We started a new field here. So I called Mark and I'm like, how do I get this rock out? And he said, bring it home and we'll punch it out. Punch it out here. And then I got home and he goes, where is it? I'm like, I swear to God, it was lodged so bad. It was jammed. And he goes, you better make sure it's not on the road. So I zoomed back with the side-by-side to make sure it's not on the road. And it wasn't on the road. And then I went back to the field, retraced my steps. Wasn't in the field. I'm like, where is this stupid stone? I can't find it anywhere. And then went back out to the road, and right where the grass meets the road, right at the ditch, the great big rock. I'm like, oh my God, if a car hit that, I would have been, anyway. It fell in the grass. It's all good. So who's ever cutting the ditch banks might hate me, so I might move it yet and just put it somewhere where it won't destroy anything else. Anyway, this field is brutal. It's really bumpy and it's got a lot of stones. We tiled this farm 2 falls ago, and it was really, I remember last year I was getting like seasick working it, and I picked stones for like 2 days on it, so it's still bad. We're still working to smooth it out. So usually when we tile a field, it'll take like a good 3 to 5 years to get the field smooth. So it just makes tillage really, really sort of nauseating. This is bringing back memories of last year and being a little seasick, motion sick. And it's strange because I'm actually hungry. It's almost lunchtime, but I don't know. I'm also feeling very nauseous. It's very bumpy. So in the fall, Mark used the disc ripper to sort of try to start smoothing it out, and he went on an angle this way, and we're actually crisscrossing it right now. I'm basically making an X, so I'm going the other way, diagonally, and then I'm gonna pick stones after this is done, and then I think and then we're rolling it. This is actually gonna be bean ground, so we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. So we wanna conserve moisture, so we're gonna roll it. We're not planting beans quite yet, but at least this field will be prepped, because right now he didn't really have anywhere for me to go, and he knew this needed smoothed out. So that's why we're sort of tackling this now, or I'm tackling it now. But this is 2 years in a row I get the pleasure of the bumpiness. Mark just radioed me wanting help moving some fertilizer coulters, something. He's not liking the way something's working on it, so other than that, he's really liked this planter, so I'm sort of happy for the break.
Okay, whoa. Okay.
Where you want it?
Okay.
I am just taking over from Mark. We are working our last field for corn. I believe this is the last one we're going to do any tillage on. So Mark just wanted to start it and set it. He's actually almost done the first pass, and then I'm doing one more pass and then rolling it for him to conserve the moisture. Yeah, and then I think my job for corn is complete. And then we'll be switching into soybeans. So we've been working long hours, but the pace hasn't been really stressful, which is so nice in the spring, especially this spring when we've got the whole Jess situation. So just came to the field to grab Mark a beverage. I'm finished, I think, for the day, which is glorious, but I wanted to show you the canola. You should see how much it's changed in a week. It is beautiful. I wish I had a drone going today. I think it'll be flowered for a while, so I'll see if Mark can get one up to get the full beauty of this field. It is unbelievable. Alright, so I brought Mark a drink, and we are finally in our strip till field. We didn't have very many of these this year, did we?
110 acres.
Not as many as we like. We love strip till.
Yeah.
However, you've discovered something.
No, it's a little rough this year, so there's years that you should probably freshen the strips and then go over them again. Other years you don't have to, but this year the ground was really nice mid-April when it was warm. Then we got a whole bunch of cold rain, and then it went hard. And now the planter is doing well. No planter would do this awesome.
No.
It's just like there's height variances of like a couple inches of like clumps in the strip. And normally they're very mellow when they break apart, but they're not. So it's just, we're getting a lot of chatter.
It's a little bumpy.
It's still doing a very good job.
And
like,
it's a lot less steps. Like, the way I've been doing it is I've been doing the joker almost twice on everything, haven't I? And then picking stones and rolling.
Well,
it's almost like cultivating again. But it's only because our fields are rough. So we won't have to do that for hopefully very many years.
Yeah, just the winter and the spring left the ground in kind of crappy shape.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Oh, bumpy. Once I get close, just open it. How far will it go? To there, but I wonder if that will come right off the head. Oh, look at that. We can just do that. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, you're good now. Good morning. I was feeling a little sheepish today, so it was time to get back in the barn. We are going to move these bottle lambs over to join the other ones. They have been weaned a week tomorrow, I think. So they're going over a little earlier than the last group. I wonder if I get a gate and push them. I'll go grab one. Honey.
She's coming.
Who is?
Yeah, Piper. Look at her.
Oh, Piper. You're gonna have to go see your mom. Yeah. We got work to do. Thanks for all your help.
Hi, sweetie. Hi.
You're so nice now. Here, Ed. Come see your brother. Hi. Oh, I guess they're coming out to welcome you. Come on. while I have Carissa today, we are gonna finish weighing the market lambs today. There's only about 30 left in this group that will easily fit on a trailer. Usually I take 105 pounds or over, but because this is the tail enders, I'm just gonna weigh them all and ship them at the weight that they're at. So it'll be interesting to see what these tail enders have done compared to the others. The only two that aren't going on the truck is Teddy and Pita, and we're gonna put them in this pen. I'm also gonna give them their gland vac shot, and they will need one in 4 weeks as well. I should have done that a few weeks ago, I just didn't. I will either keep them in here for a bit, or if I have time today yet, I'll take them outside so they can hang out with the golden girls.
You know the drill.
Good job.
Why is the last day always the best?
Everybody's going, but we'll put them over there. We'll put my Teddy over here. No, you're the one. There you go. Wow. Let's here you go. I cannot believe how big she is. We did good, Carissa. Teddy. Oh, Teddy. You're going out to pasture. Yeah, you're going out to pasture. Okay, time for the rodeo. Oh God, here's him. Follow the girls. You just shut that so they'll think it's shut at least. Look at, she's almost the same size. Teddy, you're huge. Okay, ladies. I know you like the equipment, but I don't think Mark will.
Yeah, don't show him that.
Follow the leader. There you go. Oh. Outside! What do you think, guys? Pita, you're missing the boat here. They're not that much smaller. Wow. And then there were 8. Temporarily. Pita, what do you think? I cannot believe she's that big. Happy to say that I just finished help Mark load his last load of corn. So we have 20 acres left. I am in the truck. I've got a couple more bags just in case he runs out. Today is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. We're gonna work today, and then tonight hopefully we can shut her down and have a nice supper as a family and celebrate Mother's Day. I should be going to see my mom today. I have to plan to go see them, and I just knew we would be in the field. So I will have to make it up to my mom somehow, as usual. I have like probably about 20 years to make up for missed Mother's Days. All right, I just finished loading up Mark with soybeans. So we are on to soybean plant of 2023. We are working really hard to get everything so Mark can sort of work away on his own while I have appointments with Jess. I'm really excited for these lambs that we got to look at this morning here. We're gonna be shipping 28 because 2 went into the pasture. Now, I thought I had mentioned this in a video before, but I might not have. Teddy and Pita, I was not planning on keeping until I sort of fell in love with them. And now they don't really like me, so I'm like, well, why did I do that? Anyway, big heart, not a very big head. So I'm putting him in the pasture, but it's only temporary. I do not have a spot for them yet. When this group gets weaned and gets taken over there, over the next 4 weeks or so, I'll start selecting ewe lambs that I'm going to keep back and bring back to this barn. When they are old enough and get brought back to this barn, then Pita and Teddy can come and join that group. Minimum weight of this group was 72.5, max 119, we know that's Teddy, for an average weight of tail enders of 103 pounds. And for the size of that group, that was quite a few lambs over there. Every single weigh day, which is every other week, they have been just consistently a tight, uniform group. Anyway, corn is done. Soybeans have started. We got all our sheep work done. So tomorrow should be a pretty quiet day, which is good because all day Tuesday is the day that I go with Jess to London to meet our chemo doctor. So Tuesday could be a tough day, but it also is sort of our last step on this whole thing, which is actually really exciting. Jess is really excited just to start and to figure out life and what it's going to look like. So yeah, that's Tuesday. So we will definitely take you along and keep you posted. You doing all right? No. I cannot believe how big she is. Hi, honey. Do you guys see where the water was? It's right there. Oh, Marge. Don't be a bully.